Hi, PerspectiveWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, October 23rd. Well, after a pretty miserable day here in the Mid-Atlantic region on Tuesday, skies will become mostly sunny today following the passage of a cold frontal system, seasonably cool temperatures, and the breeze will pick up, become quite noticeable out of the west to northwest, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour or so, especially during the midday and afternoon hours. Those winds will die down tonight. It gets quite cold, upper 30s in some of the outlying areas along the I-95 corridor region, the far northern and western suburbs, closer to 40 degrees when you get closer to the urban areas in the D.C., Philadelphia, New York City corridor. Another nice day on Thursday, and it looks like Friday will hold up quite nicely as well with high pressure in control. A large area of moisture, however, looks like it'll gather together down across the deep south over the next couple of days, and looks like that will move to the north and east and produce a period of rain in the Mid-Atlantic region, northeast U.S., probably in the Saturday night, Sunday time frame. Little bit too early to pinpoint the time exactly, but again, thinking late Saturday, Saturday night into Sunday in the Mid-Atlantic region, and definitely will be a cold shot arriving in the northeastern part of the nation later next week. Whether it's Thursday or Friday, a little bit unclear, and I only bring that up because Thursday happens to be Halloween Day, and whether or not the cold air makes it in time for Halloween, still a little early to say. If not then, it'll probably be just the next day. So we'll focus in on the temperature swings over the next several days at the onset of this video discussion, and then we'll get into the shorter term forecast here. First of all, let's start off with the ensemble run of the GFS from 6E last night, just at the 850 millibar temperature pattern, and we'll kind of look ahead to next week's cold shot, because it will be an impressive cold shot for the Rockies, the Central Plains. In fact, Denver looks like they'll get more accumulating snow, and it could be followed by some record cold. And it'll take a while, though, for that cold air mass to make it into the northeastern part of the nation. Again, looking at maybe next Thursday or Friday, and the full brunt of this cold shot will be across the Central Plains. A very, very chilly air mass for the end of October going into the early part of November. Well, here's where we stand right now. Again, we have a cold front that has pushed off the eastern seaboard, basically bringing in somewhat cooler air today, but seasonably cool, nothing outrageous for this time of the year. Now let's move forward here. Again, decent weather the next couple of days, at or above normal, at least at the 850 millibar level by later on tomorrow, and going into Friday, probably a decent day holding on there for Friday. And then we move into the upcoming weekend, and we see actually normal to above normal temperatures over the weekend, but that will be associated with a push of moisture from the deep south all the way into the Mid-Atlantic region, northeast U.S. It looks like late Saturday, Saturday night, Sunday, there could be some more rainfall for this part of the nation. And here's that cold shot here starting to show up on the maps here over the weekend across the northern plains, the Rockies. Again, Denver, for example, could get more accumulating snow out of this, and then very, very cold for this time of the year. Just look at this. Again, this is the GFS ensemble run from 6E last night, and now we're into the Tuesday, and the GFS in general is a little bit faster than the European model for this cold push to arrive in the eastern U.S. GFS clearly has it cold here in the Mid-Atlantic region by Halloween, which happens to be next Thursday. And the European is considerably slower, maybe not even Thursday. Maybe the arrival of the colder air will be Friday, according to the European model. So still a little bit unclear. It does look like the Central Plains will get the full brunt of this cold shot, and I expect more records to fall in that part of the nation next week, low temperature records. And again, the GFS pushes in that cold air by Halloween Day. Here we are now on Halloween, right here. This GFS ensemble run clearly has the cold air in place in the Mid-Atlantic region in time for Halloween. Again, it's faster than the European model, so I'm not totally convinced on this yet. Could hold off a little bit longer than this time period. in terms of the cold air arriving in the eastern U.S. Well, let's get back to the shorter term and look at the surface map across the nation. We've kind of been in an on-again, off-again weather pattern here in the Mid-Atlantic region over the past several days, with a nice day followed by a rainy day, followed by a nice day, followed by a rainy day. Yesterday was the rainy day, and today will be the nice day, only this time it looks like the on-again part of that pattern will last 2 or 3 days. It looks like definitely pretty nice today and tomorrow, albeit somewhat cool. But Friday probably holds on as well, as at least partly sunny, seasonably cool with high pressure in control. And here's that frontal system off the eastern seaboard right now. Basically high pressure should stay in control right through the day on Friday. This is kind of important forecast for the D.C. area because of the World Series coming there Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night if necessary. And it looks like it'll hold off for Friday night's game, and the weather should cooperate. Saturday night, another story, however. It could be some rain to deal with in Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia, Washington, Philadelphia, and New York City by Saturday night. But again, this high pressure system should stay in control over the next few days for the Mid-Atlantic region and the Northeast U.S. Well, now let's walk through the operational run of the GFS model at 6Z in terms of the surface forecast maps. Again, high pressure building in from the south central U.S. into the Mid-Atlantic region following the passage of that cold front, which is now over the western part of the Atlantic Ocean. Mostly sunny skies up and down the I-95 corridor today. And again, the breeze will become noticeable in a couple of hours during the midday and afternoon, maybe 10, 15, maybe even 20 mile per hour wind gusts out of the west to northwest. But notice this high moves right on top of the region tonight. Winds will calm down, especially after midnight in the D.C., Philadelphia, New York City corridor. That will allow for temperatures to drop quite rapidly at sunset and then fall all the way to perhaps the upper 30s in some far northern and western suburbs along the I-95 corridor, closer to 40 degrees in the urban areas. Again, mainly clear skies, becoming calm after midnight, good conditions for radiational cooling and temperatures drop. So tomorrow starts off quite chilly, but again, another mostly sunny day with high pressure in control. Then we start to see the buildup of moisture down across the deep south. Here we go into Friday morning, holding off here in terms of that moisture. It looks like Friday will probably turn out to be a pretty decent day. And again, weather should cooperate for Friday night's World Series game in D.C. But all this moisture starting to gather at this time and then making a push to the north and east. Here we are now into Saturday morning. Skies should become cloudy in the Mid-Atlantic region. And it looks like this rainfall arrives Saturday late in the day, early Saturday night, and continues into the day on Sunday. Could be another healthy rain event for the Mid-Atlantic region. That pulls on out of here by late in the weekend. And then according to GFS, we have a strong cold frontal system to look forward to during the early or middle part of next week. That would usher in that colder air into the eastern U.S. But again, let me caution you, the European model, a little bit slower, maybe a couple days later with the push of the colder air into the Mid-Atlantic region. Could hold off as late as next Thursday or Friday. More on that over the next few days. But for the next couple of days, a nice weather pattern shaping up for the Mid-Atlantic region and the Northeast U.S. That's it for now. For PerspectiveWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.